cookie jar. He doesn't want one
He's
cookie.
eating
He
a
wants
lot of
more.
cookies, though.
A lot
Oh
of
my
cookies.
god.
He's hungry, man. Being a big, strong warrior takes a lot of energy, okay? He's trying to make gains with them cookies.
This RMD has been so scary today, guys. Holy. I mean, their performance against that God comp yesterday was very convincing, and then they're just flying through this bracket. We'll see what happens. I'm so excited for this game.
Definitely a good matchup. Nahj pushing in. Probably going to get the sap early onto Smexxin, actually, and opening right onto Cdew. Going to be tunneling him with the Adrenaline Rush. A bunch of damage coming out as a result. Smexxin in the root, unable to do a lot so far. Into the DR cheap shot. He might just die in the opener. DR Kitty at 20%. Into the Garrote Silence. Gets the safeguard. Uses the Battlemaster Hellstone. Gotta drop the link, but it's overlapped with the Rallying Cry, and he's still dying.
The Link actually got killed immediately. I didn't even see the animation. The Rallying Cry going to fade. Cdew in a lot of trouble. He gets blinded there. They do decide to break that immediately and just stick on him. Chanimal's still at 40% HP. He does have that Demon Soul up right now. With Smexxin and Chanimal's getting CC'd so much by Grayson and Shifty's. The clone coming out onto Chanimal's. Another polymorph onto Chanimal's. And Cdew is just not in line of sight or in any position to dispel it. Now caught into the full kidney. Cdew still has a Trinket Link available, but he's in a lot of trouble right now. And Nahj actually using that killing spree on Cdew. He's down to around 30% HP, having to use that second Link, and they just have so much pressure. Meanwhile, Grayson taking a little bit of damage. Nahj coming back to help out, throwing the cheap shot onto Smexxin. And Cdew's going to be okay for now, but he's still in a lot of danger.
Yeah, he's got his Trinket, but he doesn't have any Spirit Links left. He's trying to kite with the Windwalk Totem. Smexxin using the Die by the Sword to try and avoid a bash, I think, while he's pushing up on his Shifties. But he didn't even have the bash, so he might be able to swap them. Maybe he's trying to bait them off of Cdew, because at this point, Cdew's very scared, playing far back with Channels here by the cheap shot onto Channels, Garrote onto Cdew, possibly a full kidney out as well. Grayson getting pressured, though, gets locked on the poly at 50%. Shifty's got to heal him up to keep him offensive onto Cdew right now at 50%. Channels pops the Dark Soul. Stormbolt onto Nahj, trying to swap to him and get some split pressure as well. But Cdew's still in trouble. Storm comes in. He's trying to fake cast the interrupts. He did manage to get through the counter spell. He still has Naj's kick to deal with now. He still has it to deal with. Trying to get the healing surge off. Gets one off in the nick of time. Nahj still pressuring him. Grayson rotting though in execute range. Oh my god, he's going to go down. Full fear on his Shifties. Gets the second block, and man, his WLS is crawling back.
Yeah, Grayson under a lot of pressure right now. Shifty's actually caught into that full hex. Grayson's going to drop the block and dispel him immediately, but the Stormbolt coming out onto Smexxin. And Grayson's still in a lot of trouble. Smexxin reconnecting onto him. Nahj trying to do as much pressure as he can onto Cdew, but Grayson in so much trouble he's not able to go offensive at the moment. Cdew caught into the kidney shot, though the image coming out from Nahj. He does have that killing spree available. Here comes the killing spree. Cdew has no Trinket available, no Spirit Link, but he's hovering around 20% HP. He's going to try to get away. Let's see if Nahj is able to reconnect. Getting charged on the snare. Smexxin doing everything he can to make sure Nahj can't reconnect. The Shadow Fury even coming out from Chanimals, and Cdew able to top himself off.
Yeah, Nahj reconnecting. Now that red buff's going to be building. Full kidney comes out. Eviscerate comes in. Smoke bombs out at 60% HP. Just needs to get that red buff for the killing spree. 40%. Still building at 50% on Cdew. He's going to try and pop the Ore Master here to top himself off. He doesn't want to deal with the interrupts that are still available. Grayson getting pressured though. No blocks available. 20%. Shifty's going for a clone. Almost into the execute range. He gets the clone. Cdew really low. 20%. 30%. Gets the Hellstone or the Battlemaster off, and he gets safeguarded by Smexxin as well. But there's the full kidney. No Trinket. No Spirit Link. But Nahj getting pressured. Overextending a little bit. He's very scared. Gets the Vanish Garrote off. And Cdew got the healing stream down before. He's not killing the healing stream, which might be a mistake that haunts him here. The armbar comes onto Nahj. Shifty rotting as well, trying to get the heals out. And I believe he faked the counterspell on Channels, and Cdew's in so much trouble.
Yeah, he does have that Spirit Link coming available in 1 second, though it is up now, as well as his Ascendant, so he has some cooldowns to sort of stabilize at the moment. Shifty has no Trinket available. Smexxin now popping that Recklessness avatar onto Nahj, or on him. He's down to around 50% HP. They're going to swap over onto Grayson, who is taking a lot of damage, gets kicked on that Polymorph. Cdew in a lot of trouble, though, still at 43% HP and only 15% mana, but Grayson taking so much damage. The killing spree coming out onto Cdew. He's going to have to use that Spirit Link. He has Ascendance up, too, so a lot of cooldowns coming out from Cdew. Grayson under a lot of pressure, though. If they can get any CC on the Shifties, Grayson could just go down. The full Stormbolt coming out onto Shifties there. He does Iron Bark. It looks like they were swapping over onto him a little bit. But Cdew in a lot of trouble into that full kidney shot right now. Nahj has that Adrenaline Rush up. I don't know if it's just it yet. He does gate away somehow, some way, still alive. The full Garrote comes out, but this could be the end for Cdew.
Rallying Cry used as well, the Hellstone. He's running on fumes, though, as far as mana. Drops the Healing Stream. Nice double fear by Smexxin, giving Cdew the time to line of sight. Gets one Healing Surge off, bringing him back to 70%, but Nahj is going to reconnect. His Killing Spree is going to be up very shortly. He's going to reset the cooldown very quickly. Grayson going to have a block in 20 seconds, but Smexxin's watching that clock. Shifty going for a clone here. Nahj getting pressured, uses the cloak and the evasion. Clone onto Chanimal. He's going to unbound Will. Pops the Dark Soul, trying to get the damage rolling. Gets deeped on it, though. Safeguard onto Cdew. So low on mana. How does he keep it going? 50%, trying to line of sight. The Kona Cold Killing Spree comes out into the half kidney. 20%. You live, you're a god. Unfortunately, gonna go down. I wanted him to be a god for a second.
See you play that game.
He was
very
a god.
Well. I don't know.
That
was hard.
intense.
Just ended up. Just got ran down. I mean, Grayson does have that block up now, so they were okay. And Shifties did have more mana than Cdew at the end. There's some close calls, but they were able to just grind out the cooldowns from Cdew, and he was in a lot of trouble many times throughout that game, and ultimately ended up dying.
Man. Oh, right. The entire WLS team was put into around a minute of CC, including Cdew, which was all, like, stunts. That's incredible. And then, to top it off,
1
Nahj.
minute of kidney shot, dude. 1 minute of kidney shot.
That's
And Garrote.
And Garrote.
intense.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna
How
go
long
ahead.
was that game?
I didn't even see.
5 minutes-ish. I think 4.5 minutes.
Oh, I'm
He spent a
surprised.
fourth
I
of
thought
it
it
in
would be.
kidney.
I thought it would be higher than that. To be honest.
All right. See what the next map is gonna be. This is a best of 3 series, guys, so make sure to give your favorite player your energy, because it only takes 2 wins to advance or 2 losses to be eliminated, as this is the lower bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and ask this team what their next map wants to be.
I don't really know what map is good for Cdew. I think they might choose something like Blade's Edge, maybe, which opens Shifty up to a lot of crowd control from Chanimal. Chanimal's going to be able to cast off, use that ZX to support, but it might be hard for Cdew to get away. I'm not exactly sure if there is any favorable map for Cdew getting trained like that.
I am not sure as well.
You could say that Runes isn't that bad either, because then Nahj has to go in the room,
Yeah.
it's really a matter of Smexxin getting out of the CC. Like, Cdew has to use his Windwalks not only on himself, but also get Smexxin. He has to worry about these spam polys while he's getting stunned and keep track of the red buff. There's so much going on for him. And, I mean, Runes Alert will keep them together so he can maybe deal with it better, but it's very risky at the same time.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a lot more damage, but like you said, he's going to be able to keep his team off, or keep his team really aggressive. And I know Cdew against RMD uses the double dispel as well, so he's going to hopefully be able to spell his teammates out of CC when he's not caught in those kidney shots and Garrotes.
I don't know. They started on Cdew from start to finish, and it just seemed impossible, but we'll see what happens. It looks like the map that they're choosing to go on is going to be Dalaran Sewers.
What? Yeah. What? Oh, I'll say after the intro.
Okay. We're not in yet, so if you want to say it now, you absolutely can.
I was gonna say what ends up happening is at the beginning of the game, Nahj uses his Shadow Reflection, the Mage uses his offensive cooldowns, and Cdew has to use a link because of that. And then he has Killing Spree up for the second link, so
Right.
Cdew has to use his second link for the Killing Spree. So just immediately, if they rotate their cooldowns properly, Cdew has to use all his stuff right away. It's just scary for him.
Yeah. It's one of those situations where you also want Smexxin to like stick on Shifties, but you can't let him just leave Cdew alone.
Yeah, he needs to be there to peel.
Yep. Alright, we shall see. This RMD doing a great job just controlling every game that they go up against. And Cdew, it just seems very, very hard for him to play his character. But we'll see, man. It is currently 1-0 in favor of Season 8, and this
That's
is a best of
symptom
3.
of rogues. If you have a rogue on you, it's hard to play your character. Period. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, for real.
My God. I wonder if maybe Cdew will play. I guess he can't afford the glyph to get HP totems because his totems just get chomped like as soon as they get put down.
Spirit links were literally dying instantly. Every spirit link died in like 1 second or less.
But they do get the gateway down, snap onto Cdew. They're going to switch it up this time, opening onto Chanimals with the Shadow Reflection. Unbound Will into the double Shadow Fury. Nice Fear landed as well, but Grayson's just going to trick it, going for the Polymorphs. Half Polymorph, Chanimals gateways away. He's going to portal back with the Soul Burn, running for his life. Pops the Dark Soul now to try and get some counter pressure. But goes into the Garrote, can just go down, gets the regen, gets the Trinket, and the Spirit Link off, but Chanimals is in trouble, and they can just swap to Cdew at any time now.
Yeah, they have so much pressure and so much momentum on the Chanimals, though, right now. He has no regen. Cdew already down a Spirit Link as well as his Trinket. And, I mean, Nahj still has that Killing Spree available. Now, Cdew being caught into the cheap shot. Full Polymorph. Chanimal's under a lot of pressure right now. Nahj still has Killing Spree available. As soon as Red Buff Killing Spree comes up, I imagine the second link might come up from Cdew, but Cdew finally out of the CC. He is caught into that full blind right now, and Nahj trying to connect onto Chanimals the best he can. Chanimal's doing a great job of kiting. Nahj finally on his back, and Cdew now out of CC, going to be able to top Chanimals off. Grayson taking a little bit of damage, though. Here comes the Smoke Bomb. The Killing Spree comes out onto Chanimals. The Deep Freeze onto Cdew. Chanimal's in a lot of pressure right now. Cdew also into the full sheep out of that. Smexxin using that Rallying Cry, and Chanimals is just going to die. They just forced everything in the opener, switching it up, and that's the power of RMD. If they get a good opener, it's so hard to catch up.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Especially a good RMD. Yeah.
That was intense, man. Whoa.
I'm happy that I lost and don't have to fight that RMD.
That is a scary RMD, guys. Holy.
I'll sit here and just spectate.
Yeah, that was the Killing Spree on yellow buff onto Chanimals, and then red buff came right after it, and Chanimal, Cdew just never got out of any